Family, my golden family worldwide. Happy Monday, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from all over the world. How is everybody doing today? You can't help but get all pumped, with that song. That takes me way, way, way back. But definitely a good one to get it going. Let me open up my chat here and see who we've got in the room, because this is my absolute favorite part. Monday, getting to spend it with you, with all of you. It is truly a privilege. It is an honor. This is the 326th Team Huddle call. Wow. Thank you so very much, everybody, over the years, for participating, for coming to the huddles, for your feedback, for your participation. And let me tell you this text chat right here, we never ever underestimate the power of a text chat. What is going on in the room during the presentation? That's like your sixth gear. Okay, that's like the sixth gear, especially when we've got, guests with us and people we've brought to take a look. It's so very important. And boy, you guys fire me up. So hello, everybody. Who do we got here? Howdy from Texas. Hey, Bill, good to see you. Nancy, so lovely to see you always, dear. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Texas is definitely in the house. New York is in the house. There we go. Washington, Lansing, Michigan. Wow. We got a great contingency from the United States of America. Any Canadians in the house? Any Australians in the house? Any New Zealanders in the house? Georgia's in the house. Way to go, Georgia. Oh, there we go. We got someone from Vancouver Island. Beautiful island. Actually, Vancouver Island, just a little fact for everybody. The capital city of British Columbia, which is the province where I reside in, the most western province of Canada, called British Columbia. The capital city is actually located on the island, Vancouver Island, and that would be Victoria. All right, Calgary's in the house. Nice to see you. Oh, I see somebody from Australia. Good to see everybody here. I love that we can reach our golden family around the world. That's so very important, that we stay connected. There's a lot of great information brought to us over, the course of the week. So many incredible calls, so many important, webinars, tremendous value just around the entire community. So I thank you. Thanks for carving out your time with me here on Monday. We're going to get into it today because I've got some very, very, very important information to share with you. Here's what I want to do tonight, okay? Before I tell you what I'm going to do tonight, let me just do a quick little scan around the room. Do we have any brand new affiliates? Any brand new affiliates? If you're brand new, put a number 1 in the text chat, meaning if this is your very first huddle call, put a number 1 in the text chat. Hey, there we go. Oh, by the way, guys, hello, Chrissy Heim, welcome. And Jillian Johnston, welcome. Welcome to the both of you. Open up your text chat and just communicate to panelists and attendees. Elizabeth McIntyre, nice to see you. Welcome to our golden family. SKC 101755. Ooh, that sounds like you're incognito, SKC. Welcome to our team and our Karatbars family. So great to have all of our brand new folks with us. These huddle calls, just for your information, we do these calls every single week on a Monday, unless there is a statutory holiday that we're observing that falls on the Monday, then we'll push it to Tuesday, okay? But in the course of almost 7 years, we've literally every single week, with the exception in 7 years of 5 weeks. Can you believe it? 5 weeks that we could not bring a team huddle to you because it was either Christmas week or we were traveling to a big event. So what an honor and a privilege it is. And my goal, my aim always is to deliver power-packed value to you. Now, I'm an excitable person, so just an FYI, okay? I get very passionate about things, obviously, that I believe in. I love to share things that I believe in. So today I'm going to get right in there with you, but I'm going to speak to our brand new affiliates first. The first 5 minutes, we're just going to cover some important kind of, homework for all of us to kind of be in the know. And then I'm going to get right into corporate updates. We're going to get into a little bit of financial education, very, very good, important stuff. And then we are going to talk about 3 big, major, monstrous launches, okay, that we've got coming up over the next 30 days. And who is ready? Who is ready for 3 big product launches that are about to hit this community? We have been waiting all year, and boy, oh boy, it's been a beautiful time. Yes? Has it been a beautiful time for you? I talk to a lot of people. Some people say, oh, it's been amazing. I've really, I've learned some new skills. I've really been able to take time for myself. I've spent time with my family. I've really developed, the ability to look within. I started a 30-day challenge about 3 weeks ago, where I said, okay, for 30 days here, this is it. I will not participate in any type of gossip, any type of criticism, any condemning. I won't use any false language. I will not judge. And let me tell you, when we put that out there, and I took it a step further. I've been posting, if some of you are friends with me on my wall, I've really been, kind of getting, deep into, some of my philosophies and really, the journey of going within to be able to bring more light, without. And so, it's amazing. Anytime we state something big, anytime we put a goal out there, that's big. And my goal is, I wanted to, really fill myself with light to be able to pour out, to you. There's two powerful words that I've been really dialed into lately: essential harmlessness, essential harmlessness. And, as we grow in influence, and within Karatbars, you stay the course, stay focused, do the best you can, show up the best you can, be in integrity, stay humble. Let me tell you, there will come a time, and it just happens, where it's all of a sudden you got people tapping you on the shoulder. They want to hear from you. They want to know from you. They're looking up to you. They're watching your every move. And, this is a responsibility. And as we grow that level of influence, it's even that much more important. Would you agree? Even that much more important, that we really, really focus on, the intention of what we're doing. And my intention always, everybody, is to bring love and light into this community. And I do it. Hey, can we bring love and light and be a little excitable? I think we can. And somebody asked me the other day, you're often quite excitable, but I've also seen you, Nitsa, be quite serious. And when you're quite serious, do you still kind of have that, happy heart going on? And the answer is yes, absolutely. That joy and that happiness within, it's something that, you don't have to be, it comes out ultimately it comes out in a way to serve, okay? But it doesn't mean just because you're serious sometimes, okay, that, you don't have a happy heart. So I definitely have a happy heart, everyone. And I love to share it with you every single Monday right here on the Team Huddle call and every opportunity I have. So shall we jump in? It is, there we go. We did get the numbers up, 100 more people dialed in since I began. And it's 6:09 my time, which means it's 10 minutes past 9 p.m. Eastern. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Thank you, everybody. I want to say a big thank you publicly to all of you that wished me, sent me such amazing, such heartfelt birthday wishes. I had an amazing birthday just past last weekend, last Sunday. And you know what I did on my birthday? Let me tell you. So, last year I qualified for, the third Mercedes in the Karatbars long-term incentive plan. And that was last year, 8 months ago. And I said, to myself, the company was ready. They said, let's, take care of that Mercedes for you right now. And I said, no, here's what we're going to do. Okay. I want to do something special. I want to pick up the car on my birthday. And Mr. Seitz was like, okay, well, he was thinking my birthday was like a month later or 2 months later. And he's like, well, when's your birthday? And this was like last year, October. Okay. And I said, well, it's in June. And he said, June? June of next year? I said, yeah. He says, so you want to wait until June of next year? I said, yeah. So it actually turned out to be a tremendous story because, of course, in the middle of COVID, right? And, one of the industries, all industries, but one of the industries, of course, that are, that's hurting is, anything kind of, luxury. We're talking about, luxury cars. This is the Mercedes dealership. They had not had a sale. They had not had a sale in nearly 3 months. So to be able to go in there, to be able to do this, on behalf of Karatbars, what a blessing, just a tremendous blessing. And the staff and everybody, they were just, they treated me, with silk gloves. It was just a wonderful experience. But I just want to say thank you to all. I hope everybody understands that prizes like this, I don't flaunt this to say, wow, look at me and look at the car that I got. It's not about that, guys. What this is a symbol. Yes, it is a symbol of success. It's a symbol of hard work. It's a symbol of focus. It's a symbol of staying the course. But more than anything, it is a symbol of team. And yes, it is your direct team that will contribute to the qualification, okay? We need 5 lines, everybody saving in gold, altogether, many millions of grams, okay, of gold. But when I say team, I'm talking about the entire Karatbars community, because each and every one of us need each other. It does not matter which line or which team we are a part of. We are one. And I need you as much as you need me, and vice versa. I need you to show up at your best, ready to play your best game every time. And you need me to do the same. And this is a symbol of that. It's a symbol of this community coming together, showing up and doing our best. And for that, I am inspired and I'm so appreciative for each and every one of you, truly, truly. But there it is. That is my birthday gift. How do you like it, everybody? It is gorgeous, let me tell you, and it drives like an absolute dream. And yeah, driving it, it almost feels like, there's like, like light coming out of it. It really is a beautiful car. But that's what I did on my birthday. And then I took it 2 hours north up to the mountains, a little bit of a getaway, and time in nature, which is always one of my favorite pastimes. So guys, I'm going to tell you this: if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. On this call, I'm going to give you a tip. Okay. Because, if you ask me, well, what does it take? Of course, I shared with you what it takes, but one other thing is to be prepared for a product launch. Okay, I've taken absolute preparation and almost crushed every product launch that came out from Karatbars. Are you guys following me too? Are you following me? Crush every incentive, crush every product launch. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to get prepared, okay, to crush it. All right. So let's get moving. First and foremost, to all of our brand new affiliates, we always talk about the importance of being plugged in. Staying plugged into this community is how we grow. It's how we stay informed. It's how we get ahead. It's how we get to rub off on each other. It's how we earn Mercedes vehicles after Mercedes vehicles, and so on and so forth. One of the things that we offer, the Synergy Gold Group, this is for the entire community. This is not specific to, my downline. This is for everybody, is that we have a Facebook group called Synergy Gold Group. It is a private group. You must be invited into the group. In this group, we stay informed, we keep you informed, we post, we answer questions to the best of our ability, of course, and we stay connected. So if you're new, or if you want to invite some people, just please let people know, we've had to put a few kind of parameters just to kind of help protect the house, okay? Because this is everybody's business in this one community. Even if it was just your own downline, it's not your business. You have to understand, your business is comprised of many people's business. And for that, we always have to be mindful. And so when we do these groups, it's important. One of the things is we ask is that we invite affiliates only. Okay, we've got lots of places to bring guests. We've got events, we've got webinars, three-way conversations. I hope everybody's, doing those. Lots of ways to expose guests. Bring them to the team huddle call every Monday as well, to the other calls throughout the week. But, the Facebook group, affiliate only. So please note and let your new people know that they will have to fill out a few questions. One, who is their sponsor? Number two, what is their Karatbars username? And number three, have they read the Karatbars terms and conditions? Pretty straightforward, right? Where do you find the terms and conditions? They're right in your downloads section in the dashboard. So we do this to protect you. We do this to protect them, to protect everybody, okay? So those are the three things. Just keep this in mind. And for all of you that are new, when you invite new people, you simply have to just be their friend on Facebook. You got to be their friend on Facebook and then invite them into the group and just let them know, okay? Now, here is a calendar of events that we have going on throughout the week. We start, on a Monday, of course, with our team huddle call, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, always at www.synergygoldteam.com. On Wednesdays, a very important dynamic call, the open mic session, hosted by, I call them the big boys, Alfie Pino, Brian Cromley, Sean Maloney, and they always have tremendous guests that they bring on every week. And every other week, they invite corporate to the call, who are always there to give us some news, but also to answer your questions. So the idea of the open mic is full transparency. People can come on, answer questions. Last time there was 1,000 people on the call. And let me tell you, we're pushing, so that, next week we could blow that 1,000 mark. Okay, so that's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, www.karatbars.live. And then Wednesday evening, this same team huddle call in Espanol for all of our Spanish-speaking affiliates and guests. Yes, you can invite guests to these team huddles. We don't, go over the opportunity of Karatbars. It's more of an update for the field, for affiliates. But you know what? It's a great exposure for your guest to be able to see what's going on and really feel into the community. I like to say it's an opportunity to take a look from the inside out. So the team huddles are a good exposure. Might be a little overwhelming to bring them on first. I would definitely say educate them a little, have them watch a video or two, and then invite them, if they're still unsure, or obviously when as you are brand new. So Spanish team huddle call, 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, and check out the URL, very similar, synergygoldespanol.com. Okay, then Friday, this whole kind of momentum run takes us to Friday. When I started Karatbars, I made a note to myself and I said, this is a phenomenal compensation plan. When I looked at what was possible with this compensation plan, the ability to get paid every single week, that you are in full control. No one else controls your paycheck. Yes, you can build a team. Your team will contribute to your paycheck, but you ultimately can dictate that paycheck. And to put yourself in a position every single week to earn a paycheck, everybody, guys, this is how to become self-sovereign. Yeah, it grows your confidence, it boosts you to the next level, not to mention it grows your bank account, and that's also a very nice thing. Yeah, so every Friday, Friday is a beat the clock day. Okay, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the cutoff. That's when all business has to be in by 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And then what happens is that is paid out the following Friday. So all business in by Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, is paid out when? The following Friday. We love Fridays. We call it Gold Rush Fridays because it is a rush. People getting paid, people buying more gold. You know, what do you like to do with your commissions? What is the one tip? And I'm going now to my chat. Talk to the new affiliates, seasoned veterans. When you get paid, when you come into some money, what is one success tip that you have learned in Karatbars? What is one thing that the wealthy people do? Pay yourself. Excellent. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. You know, we really have a system here that exposes to the world what the 1% of people do not tell you. Yeah? This system is a system that really exposes to the world what the 1% of people do not tell you. They don't tell you that they're accumulating gold. Yeah? They don't tell you when they're doing that, right? When they're moving assets into gold. Yeah? Do they tell you? They don't tell you that they're making these big trades amongst each other in gold, that they're moving their gold around to become wealthier. Do they tell you that? Do they tell you when they're actually, you know, what a real asset is versus a fake asset? These are things they don't tell you. But in Karatbars, we learn these things. And one of those things is pay yourself first. You come in a little bit of money, always a little tiny bit. Pay yourself first and then pay everybody else. Yeah. Honor yourself, because, you know, our society teaches us to constantly be under stress, and mostly around finances, right? Because the whole system is rigged to rob you of wealth, to rob us of wealth, right? And so, you know, we remain in this kind of stress state all the time, always thinking, oh, I got to pay this, I got to pay that, I have credit card bills, I've got to do this for the kids, I've got to do that, and constantly thinking about all the expenses and all the money that's going to go out, 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 out. Well, put yourself first, even if it's a tiny little bit, even if it's 1/10 of a gram of gold. It's the act. It's the act. It is the energy, okay, of doing that. You feed the thing that you want to expand. If you want to expand a big, fat gold account, feed it. Feed it as often as you can. Buy cash gold daily, daily, daily. How much is 1/10 of a gram of gold? $7 US, a little, you know, €6. You know, most people can afford that, right? So, you know, 6 p.m. Eastern, Friday is Gold Rush Friday. We get paid, and then everything goes into next week for the following paycheck. And then on Friday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, Gold Director Elite 3, one of my personally sponsored affiliates, Mr. Brian Cromley, we also know him as the Golden Rock Star. He puts on just a phenomenal, he calls it the Cromley's Coaching Clinic, CCC. And I mean, he just pretty much lays it out there every single week, guys, giving you little tips to go out, build that business, master the basics. You master the basics, you master this business, okay? So, and then on Saturdays, we've got leadership training. Once a month, we do an ACES bootcamp training. We just had one this last weekend. Hey, who got a chance to watch that webinar, to attend that webinar with Gold Director Elite 3, Martin Thibault from Canada this past week. Was that super, or was that super amazing? I'm telling you this, if you didn't make it, please get to the playlist. We do have a playlist on Synergy Gold Group YouTube channel. Even if you're brand new, it's leadership training. But again, remember, leaders are simply people that have mastered the basics. And what, Martin really rolled out to you are the basics, the basics. And you hear it again and again in different ways from different people. Highly recommended, everybody get there. Synergy Gold Group YouTube channel, just look for Aces Bootcamp and look for last week's session. Every single one has been tremendous. Every single one has been tremendous. We are truly blessed, aren't we, to have this level of contribution for free into the community. It is really a blessing that we have here with Karatbars. Thank you. And then Spanish leadership training every Saturday. So the ACES is once a month. The next one is going to be in July. However, Spanish leadership training is every single Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time at synergygoldespanol.com. Okay, so the other thing I just want to mention, we do have a site that has all of this. So if you're looking for the event calendar, where do I go? Where do I find it? Synergygoldgroup.com. Synergygoldgroup.com, you will find all the events. Here are the events for you to invite your guests to, all right? This is an exposure to the Karatbars opportunity. 4 chances a day to invite into 7 days a week. That's 28 presentations a week for us to bring our guests to. That's pretty powerful, wouldn't you say? How many of you have invited guests to these VGRs who actually signed up right after the VGR? How many of you have? We all have, of course. That's why they're there, and the leaders all over the world really showing up, giving it their all to make this possible for everybody. So utilize this, everybody. You can find the schedule at synergygoldgroup.com. Just notice, please, that there is a different URL. This is just for now. I know I've been saying this for a while, but I promise you, this is just for now. There will be a move into a main platform, okay? I'm just waiting on corporate to launch these new products, and then we can focus on getting the presentations into the community with one link, boom, 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 to be able to showcase everybody, okay? But note, it is a different one every time. And then look at additional ones. For Spanish speaking guests, 2 p.m. Eastern. Mark that down on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then Portuguese. Who do you know that speaks Portuguese? Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, notice that the Portuguese, you have to just basically log into a certain Zoom number. You can write it down right here, but I'll tell you something else. Our amazing Priska King, Gold Director Elite 3, Priska King, who happens to be my very best friend and a business partner of 20 years. Every day, Priska posts every day, 7 days a week at Synergy Gold Group. She posts the entire schedule of events for the day. So as long as you're plugged in, as long as you're on the Facebook group or you're plugged into this website, you'll never miss a promotion of what's going on that day, okay, that you can use. So that is a little bit about that. The other thing I just want to mention, and then I want to get into some news for our brand new affiliates. Getting started is, your first 7 days really is the most important time of your business. And I'm going to say this, everybody can always start. We can always press restart. So if you haven't done this yet, don't worry, just press restart. But your first 7 days is so important, getting the basic training. Now you can watch training, hear training, theory is theory until you practice. That's when you really learn it. And 10,000 hours of practicing something actually makes you a master at that thing. Did you know that? 10,000 hours of practicing something makes you a master of that thing. So At synergygoldgroup.com, when you click on training, you will find the training modules there. Now, these are, okay, basic training. That's your getting started training. That's what do I do in my first 7 days. You get started, you start to learn a little bit about the mindset around success. You set up your business. I take care of a few admin, things that we need to take care of around our account so we can, get all that stuff out of the way and be able to build our teams with ease. And then we learn to launch our team, launch our business. And we learn a very simple system of how to invite and how to build our team, okay? This is for the getting started. It's how to get you out of the gate, get you started, start to build out your team. Remember, master the basics, you master the business. If you master step three of this training, which is launching your business, and you help every new person do that, that's what you need to know. That'll take you to the top, okay, of Karatbars. But we do also have advanced training, all right? We do have advanced training. We have a Gold Rush advanced training where we teach you how to, progress, how to build leaders in your team, a system that we've used here with Synergy Gold for the past 7 years. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of people become free, using this system. 6 figures, my goodness. 6 figures and even 7-figure income earners based on a simple system, everybody, of growing leaders, finding, building, growing leaders, and have a constant kind of growth in that capacity, because we need a lot of leaders, do we not, across the board, plugged in to what we're doing and building out their groups and helping us, get this mission to the world. So that is the Gold Rush Advance. Then we have a 90-day momentum. 90 days will change your life. If you practice and do consistent action over 90 days, you can change your life. You can completely change your financial world. Okay, with Karatbars. I did it. I've seen hundreds of people. I've personally helped hundreds of people do it. 90-day condensed. Let me tell you the hardest thing. You want to know what the hardest thing about it is? Just staying committed. Just staying committed. It's like anything. It's like starting an exercise program. Are we committed to stick to it every day for 90 days or 5 days a week for 90 days, right? We start out that way, but then, life gets in the way. Same thing with your business. But we give you an outline of what to do for 90 days to really explode your business. So if you want to take your business to the next level, that's the training for you. And then, of course, we have the ACEs leadership, the boot camp. You can find all of the recording. You can also actually find last week's recording right there as well. synergygoldgroup.com, everybody. Click on training. It is all there for you. Okay, it is the bottom of the hour, and we are ready now for some corporate updates. Are you guys ready? All right. I like it. We've had a big boost of people on the call. Let's talk about what's new with Karatbars. First and foremost, again, we want to be plugged in. The Karatbars has their official channels. They, of course, have a Facebook page. They have a YouTube channel, Karatbars official YouTube channel, and they also have an information channel on Telegram. So you simply want to go to Telegram. You can type in official Karatbars info channel, or just type in t.me/Karatbars info channel. On Telegram, this is where updates, okay, come in. And what you're going to see tomorrow, there's going to be a listing of the next update. Wednesday, June the 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our next corporate update call. And this one's going to be a good one, everybody. Well, they're all good, but this one's going to be a good one because we're going to get some information relayed to us about the 3 launches. We're going to get to meet some people that are bringing, the auto trader to us, and a little bit more information around that. Potential launch dates will be revealed, and maybe price points will be revealed. So we don't want to miss this one, everybody. It's going to be a good one. Just keep a watch on the Telegram channel because information will be fed to us from there, okay? Now, one other area to always be plugged into is your back office. And you want to be in the know. Karatbars latest news. It's right under the general tab of your back office and then under latest news. Now there has been one update this past week, and it has to do with our PFS payment cards. Now, if you're new or if you started anytime in the last 2 months, this isn't for you. Okay, but if you're seasoned, if you started before 2 months ago, this message is for you, and that is this. There has been an extension that has been granted to us to be able to withdraw the funds from our PFS MasterCard, and that extension has been given up to July 17th. Okay, so this is good news because I know many of us were scrambling around trying to get our money off the card. We're going into a new payment system, everybody, a new payment, system that gives us so much more flexibility as affiliates. Guys, this is going to be fantastic, but just keep that note, okay? If you still have some money on that PFS, there will not be, to my understanding, there will not be any more commissions loaded here, but we will have until the 17th to be able to withdraw the funds from the card. It's my understanding that this card does not work anymore. Okay, so if you're trying to use it, if you got funds in there and you're trying to use it, in terms of, actually, you know what? Has anybody used their PFS card? Let me just ask, because I think I may be wrong. Has anybody used this card in the last 48 hours or 72 hours? Anybody? Anybody use their PFS card in the last 72 hours? No? Okay, you know what? It might work, okay? Because to take money off the card, you need to go to an ATM machine, or you need to go into your bank and do a bank withdrawal. So it does not work to my knowledge. Okay, thank you, Gabrielle. Or you can buy gold. Very good, Terry Paul. Buy gold. But we still have till the 17th, which is good. Now, what's coming? And we should get this week, everybody. And that is a brand new payment system. Now, this is going to be a multifunctional system. We're going to get paid, instead of getting paid onto a card, we're going to get paid into a wallet. Okay? Into a wallet. And that wallet is going to give us multi-functions. So we will be able to deposit to a prepaid card from the wallet, or we'll be able to send to our bank account. Oh, there we go. Some people are saying we used it this morning and it works. Okay, fantastic. So guess what, everybody? PFS cards will probably be working up to, but again, guys, always take the safe route, especially when it comes to your money. I would drain the card as quickly as possible, drain it. And this new system is coming in for everybody. So if you're new, you have not been able to order yourself a payment card yet, but this week, okay? This week, the wallet is free. If you want to get a prepaid card, so that you have a card option to be able to deposit your commissions onto the card, you can do that for €6. Okay, €6 the card. But you'll also be able to do other things like send money from your wallet to your bank account. You'll be able to attach your bank account if that's something you want to do. Okay, you will also be able eventually to make bill payments. You'll be able to attach certain bills to your wallet and just use that wallet, to do your bill payments. You'll be able to do account to account transfers. So who else has a wallet in the community? You'll be able to send funds from your wallet to their wallet, okay? So e-wallets will be online this week. what should happen is your current commissions will just sit there in pending until the wallet comes online. And when the wallet comes online, everything is done. You just have to log in. You'll log into your back office, and there'll be a button that will press, boom, and that will take us right into our wallet, okay? Again, there'll also be the option to purchase the prepaid card for €6. Now, initially, the card that we'll get will be a generic card. But the second round, okay, so maybe a few months down the road, if you want to order a Karatbars branded one. And why is it a good idea to order a Karatbars branded one? Who could tell me? Why is it a good idea to have a Karatbars branded card? If you want to do that, while I wait for somebody to respond, advertising, thank you, show it off, yes, show to others, great promo, thank you everybody. Marketing, 100%. So within a matter of maybe weeks or a couple of months, there will be the option to order a Karatbars specific one if you want, okay? For another, of course, we have to pay for it, but it's a nominal fee, okay? And commissions can be transferred. Yes, we talked about that from wallet to the prepaid card or to the bank account. Just keep in mind that the cards will probably take 1 to 2 weeks for delivery, but you can attach your bank account there if you want and push the funds into your bank account if you want, or just wait a couple of weeks for the card to get there, okay? Anywhere that credit cards are accepted, Visa, MasterCard, this card will work, as well as the ability to withdraw funds from the ATM. Yeah, so good news there. Now, I posted this in the Facebook group just to repeat that Karatbit, okay, Karatbit, that is our exchange, has been in a restructuring process over the past couple of months. Karatbars has been in the process of taking it over. It's our understanding now that they've come to the end of that, which is great. And now, what does this mean for us? It means that business as usual will start now with Karatbit again. We've had a little bit of a smaller staff. Now, it's staffed up. It means that your emails, how many of you have emailed Karatbit and gotten a response back right away? They're really getting back to people quickly. New people have been trained now for Karatbit over the last couple of months. Nodes, those of you that hold nodes this week, okay, before the end of the month, we'll get our node payout, and then we will have a regular payout as per usual, okay? So it's just been a little choppy the last couple of months as, the company has taken over Karatbit. And for anybody who owns a CEM machine, support will resume again. I know that there's some of you that have just received your machines. You're waiting for critical updates. That will start again before the end of the month. You should have received an email notification from the company assuring you of that. So they're appointing people now, training people on that, and the critical updates to the CEM machines will start again, as will any type of support for the CEM machine, including cash gold refills. Okay, refills are done once a month, and those should also start to get on track, once a month. Of course, with COVID, it was, it wasn't once a month, but now that we're coming out, we should absolutely be able to see this back on track, okay? And also the gold miner program, any of you that are, 75 KBCs to be able to take part in earning cash gold on the referrals of multi-gold packages, okay, in your group. Typically, you need a multi-gold package to earn cash gold, okay? That's one of the advantages of having a multi-gold package, is you can earn cash gold on the sales of multi-gold packages in your team. But the gold miner will also give you that. Granted, it's a little less gold than what you typically get with a multi-gold package, but the gold miner does give you that option as well. And that will also resume again starting or by the end of the month, okay? So that's a little bit of an update there on Karatbit. And now let's change our focus a little and get into the market, okay? And again, this call is really to position us for what's coming. It's to put us in front of the market and really be able to put great value, okay? We get paid based on the value that we bring to the market. And one of many ways that we bring value to the market is how we lead ourselves in the market and how we lead our teams in the market, okay? And I'm gonna prepare you to do that around this big launch. But before, I wanted to share a video, and this was posted today. Robert Kiyosaki, I think everybody knows who Robert Kiyosaki is, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He did a video today where he interviewed, it's an amazing, his name is Richard Gammon, and he just broke it down so perfectly, really broke it down, telling everybody what it is that we pretty much tell everybody here with Karatbars, okay? So this is, not only is it good information for us to hear and see again, that validation, but I do advise you this week, get this video out to everyone you know, okay? Especially the people you have in your pipeline. They need to be able to see this. It's powerful. It's only 10 minutes. I'm gonna play it for you, and then I'm gonna come back and get into how this video actually correlates right there, parallel to everything that we do with Karatbars. So everybody, enjoy the next 10 minutes, and I'll be back after to take us through to the next step and the call, okay? So here it is, everybody. This is Robert Kiyosaki.
In other words, the question, if you're sitting at home right now worried about your job or your business, whatever you worry about, what does the future hold? And that's why this is probably the most important program. See, most people just watch the stock market. That's all they watch. They don't know much about home prices in their neighborhood. And that's not good enough. So our guest today is George Gammon. He takes the ultra complex and puts it in pictures. Even if you don't understand them at first, just keep tracking with them, because you're going to see what 99.99% of the world's population will never see.
What are you seeing in the future, George?
What I want to stress, and I'll explain this just momentarily, but what I really want to stress to the viewer is that if you're able to just start to understand the macroeconomic picture, and it doesn't need to be complex. Listen, the reason you think it's complex is because all these economists and academics, they use all this jargon and technical terms, but if you just break it down into simple English, it's actually very easy for people to understand. And if they understand it, they're going to be able to make much better decisions for themselves and their family in the future for their finances. So whether it's me or anyone else, make sure that you're trying to really pay attention to what's going on. Let's just say that you've been saving your money, you've been working hard, you've been doing all the right things, you've got a little nest egg saved up, and you go to the bank and you're like, oh my gosh, they're only giving me 0.5 interest or 0 or who knows what it is. You can't even see the interest rates, they're so small nowadays. So you say, okay, where can I go to get a little bit higher rate of return? But I still want to be safe. It's got to be safe. So then you might look at a product like a money market mutual fund or a money market fund. And then you look at this, you say, well, that's safe. All my buddies are doing it. It's just like a bank account, but I get maybe a 1.5% return. Well, what the average person doesn't realize is they're taking exponentially more risk just to get that 1% additional return. So how is that? Because the way that the money market mutual fund gets the additional return is they take your hard-earned savings and money and they put it into the repo market, or they put it into the commercial paper market, which is basically funding for corporations, the same type of thing. So the question then becomes that person that's just watching Monday Night Football and just enjoying life, just, you know, with the white picket fence, the 2 kids, the golden retriever, they don't care about what's going on with the plumbing. They don't care about the dollar swaps. But does that person really want to lend their hard-earned savings to Deutsche Bank, to HSBC, some of these banks that could be crumbling as we speak, or to put things into other terms, like more America-centric corporate terms, would that individual want their money being lent to American Airlines right now, or Boeing right now, where every single time you turn on CNBC or the TV, you see that they're asking for another bailout because they're about to go bust? That's how this macro, and that's how the cash flow and the plumbing that Robert's talking about, that's how, just one way that it can affect the everyday person.
So if our banks are going bust right now, what does that mean?
So it's not just the banks, it's the government, it's the private sector, it's our entire economy, because these debt cycles run in courses of 75 to 100 years. I'm going back to Ray Dalio. Right now, we're at the top of a 75 to 100 year long-term debt cycle. So the only way from here is down. And Robert, you call this in a lot of your books, and you kind of predicted this and had the foresight to see this coming. But when you get to the top of one of these debt cycles, the only thing the government can do, well, there's 4 ways out of it. Number one, they can choose austerity, which very few governments do, and that's just tightening the belt, spending less. Everyone feels the pain. Think of the deflation or depression we had in the 1930s. Or they restructure the debt. Well, it's not likely we're going to do that with China. It's not likely we're going to do that with the big banks because they're the creditors. Or they could just default, say, hey, we're not paying you. Or what most governments do is they choose money printing. This is creating inflation to bail out all the people who have the debt, whether it's governments, whether it's individuals. So once you get debt to a certain level, you've got to, well, you don't have to, but most governments choose to inflate it away. So what does that mean for the average person? Well, if the government is going to try to create inflation, meaning the cost of goods and services going up, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're positioned for that. So as an example, if you just own your own home, you've got to make sure that you've got a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, because if they try to create inflation, if interest rates go up, then your interest rate is going to go up unless it's fixed. And what happens when you're a debtor and they create inflation, you're going to have the opportunity to pay the loan back, your mortgage, with cheaper devalued dollars. So the way they can think about that is if they borrow, let's say $100,000, the rate of interest means that they're paying the bank back with increased purchasing power because you've got principal plus interest. So what happens in inflation, though, is inflation allows the borrower to pay the debt back with less purchasing power. So if your rate of interest, let's say, is 1% or 3%, we'll call it, but if inflation goes up to 5, 6%, the delta between those two is a transfer of purchasing power from the bank to the individual homeowner. And I think a lot of people listening to this probably have a mortgage, if not on a rental property, on their own home. And I think that's the very first thing they can do to be proactive. Also, gold, silver, Bitcoin, you talk about that all the time.
We're sitting on this coronavirus, which is changing everything. What is your crystal ball? What are you seeing? Not your crystal ball because you're studying it and you're seeing all the charts and the numbers. What are we looking at? From
an economic standpoint, I think the biggest question is, do we have deflation or inflation? And that's kind of the debate going back and forth. And for the average person, I think they just have to look at the entire economy as supply and demand. So the supply is how much stuff do we produce? How much goods and services. Demand is how much money we have, or our willingness or our access to credit to go out and buy the stuff. So as most people know, we're in lockdown, depending on what state you live in, what city. So there's a lot less demand. There's a lot less of the goods and services that are actually being purchased, right? So that decreases the demand equation. That's what most people get fixated on. So they think, okay, well, we have to have prices going down, deflation. But they forget about the supply side of the equation, because if the people can't go out to produce goods and services, well, the supply will go down fast as well. So then the question becomes, what's going down faster, demand or supply? Well, then you look at the supply chains. that have been disrupted coming into the United States. If you go to Walmart, Target, Home Depot, the majority of the stuff you see on the shelves was produced outside of the United States. So if those supply chains get disrupted, that means less supply. Then what happens is, usually going back to Dalio's example of long-term debt cycles, you get social unrest. And I hate to say that, but that's just the reality of the situation if you look at history. And typically the way the politicians take care of social unrest is through helicopter money. So whether you want to call it MMT, UBI, it doesn't matter. It's basically the government spending money into the real economy, getting into the back pockets of the average Joe and Jane. We could see a situation in the future where the Fed is actually doing it. They're not technically allowed to do it right now, but they've been breaking all of the rules. So if there's more money in the pocket of the average person, that means there's more demand, even though they're sitting at home not going to work, for those goods and services in the economy that don't require debt. That's key, Kim, because people see deflation and inflation as just this, it's binary, right? It's either one or the other, but it's actually very nuanced. So if there's less debt in the system, that means asset prices could go down, or cars, anything that most people buy using debt, okay, the prices of those go down. But anything people buy, or most goods and services people buy on a daily basis that don't require debt, such as groceries, those prices typically go up. And if I saw on CNBC the other day that in a lot of markets around the United States, food prices are up as high as 25%.
It's already started.
You can see this happening in real life.
Yeah, what's happening is because of the COVID or whatever they call it, the meat packing companies are shutting down.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And so there's now shortages of meat. But
so great
George
example of supply decreasing faster than demand.
But what's happening is and the Fed is pumping trillions, 2.2 trillion into the economy. So you have a decreasing supply, increased liquidity. And that's why the shelves are empty for pork and beef and all those things. And Arab Spring, which I don't forget when that happened, but the real rioting wasn't about Muslimism or Christians and all this. Arab Spring was because the mom and pop couldn't afford to go to the store.
Food
prices went so high. And I think that's what you're saying, is when people get hungry or they can't afford food, that's when the social situation gets worse. In other words, the question, if you're sitting at home right now worried about
So, did you enjoy this video? What did you like the best about what you saw in that video? There's so many points there, right? It's all the education that we learn, you know, about gold, about why we need gold, but it also hits some very, very important points, talking about inflation and some good points. You know, there are a lot of people out there who are carrying debt right now, you know, in homes, in, you know, properties. And I thought that it was definitely important that we can touch everybody. But guys, inflation is coming. It is coming. There's no way out of it. And we just want to be prepared. We want to be prepared. All of us here, we all know someone, okay, who is feeling that unrest right now, okay? That they're looking for what? They're looking for security. They're looking for stability during this time. They're looking for increase during this time. We heard in the video, right? They got a little bit of a nest egg. They're looking for something that they can do. And we saw clearly what the risks are in, you know, some of the different, you know, asset classes that are offered out there in the traditional system. So what we teach here, okay, with Karatbars, what we offer here with Karatbars, again, is really a system that the wealthy people use. It is practices, behaviors that the 1% of people will never tell you about. And one of which, of course, is gold, saving in gold. But there's more to it, okay? One of the greatest awakenings that I had many years ago, when I pretty much lost all, okay, of my, well, 95% of my wealth that was held in real estate, was understanding the difference between debt as a liability, okay, and debt as wealth. Because in a good market, you could do very well with debt, right? You debt, to, buy and, create, income, an asset that pays. So why use your own money? Use other people's money, right? But there's a time for that. And during a crisis, what I learned, personally learned, is you want to be out of debt as much as possible, as much as possible. And if you still carry debt, of course, what Robert Kiyosaki, and I'm not a financial expert, guys. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I don't own any certification to advise people on what to do with their money. I'm just a student like each and every one of you, but I've also learned the hard way. And that was after 2008, 2009, losing all my real estate because I had big debt, okay? Because they were basically giving away homes. They wanted everybody to carry the big debt. So when the market crashed, they took all the assets back, right? Who owned all the assets after 2008, 2009? The banks did. And then it was the people who had gold, who had silver, who, had those other assets that went up during a crisis like gold, who were able to scoop up, right, all that real estate for pennies on the dollar. And we're going to have the same opportunity again. So right now, we're in that stage where we're accumulating. We're doing what wealthy people do. Wealthy people aren't out there right now getting into debt. Wealthy people right now are selling off their debt, getting into gold, silver, Bitcoin, okay, or KBC, and getting prepared. So, in Robert Kiyosaki's book called Fake, he speaks about fake assets. Well, he speaks about fake everything, fake money, fake teachers, the information, the education we learn. But he also talks about fake assets. And, the majority of people, 99.9% of people, what do? We go to school. We're taught to do what? To get a good education, to get a job, right? We need a good education to get ourselves a job, to go, 40 hours a week for 40 years of our life and then retire. But what they don't tell us is when we retire, we're actually going to retire on about half, 40% or more or less than what we were earning when we were working. And one thing we don't know is when we work for a paycheck, we don't understand about inflation, that inflation is going to eat away that paycheck. And it's going to get harder and harder year after year after year to stay ahead of the curve. But, we're taught to go get, loans for our education, to go get mortgages for our homes, the house, the white picket fence, and the whole 9 yards, the cards and blah, blah, blah. We're taught that. That's the quote unquote normal life. That's the status quo. But, we're obviously status quo disruptors here, aren't we? We flip the switch on status quo because we teach people what they never teach us in school, on, television. And that is how the wealthy people get wealthy. So if you own, like I did, an asset, a home, and you're paying mortgage into that home is not an asset for you. That home is a liability for you. It's a liability because if the time ever came, God forbid, that you could not make the payment or payments on that home, eventually that home is going to be taken from you, right? So it is a liability because you got to keep feeding into it while you pay your mortgage. So what do wealthy people do? They understand the difference between liability and building assets that pay them, okay? Building assets that pay them. And then they take that and they build assets upon assets upon assets and upon assets, go from one asset to another, to another, to another. And that's the whole game, and how, you know, wealthy people continue to get wealthier and wealthier. That's how wealthy people, you know, can take advantage of the tax system. I'm not okay, I can't get into any information, but it is what it is, everybody. The top 1% do not pay taxes. And I know that you and I will say, it's a crime. It is, you know, they have to pay taxes. That's not fair. Well, here's the deal. That same system is available to you too. It's available to you too. It's just that we don't know about it, you know? So that's part of one thing that I love about the Robert Kiyosaki, you know, teachings, because he really gets into the difference between assets that are liabilities that we think are building wealth, but no, they're not. They're actually, you know, they're risky. So what we have here with Karatbars is what? Okay, we help people beat that system, that whole paradox, that whole box. Okay, you know, lift up the veil, get out of what the 99.99% of people are doing, and do what the 1% of people do. Take control of your life, your future, your finances. We teach people how to get started, how to profit, and then how to thrive in their own online business, which they can start for pennies on the dollar compared to a traditional business. And where their expenses are minimal, so minimal, fractions of what it costs to operate a traditional business. We give people the out of the box way, a better way. Yeah. What we do is what the 1% of people never tell us about, how they get wealthy. We accumulate real, stable, and appreciating assets that pay us. Yeah? That pay us. How many of you believe, okay, that know that you can talk maybe to 5-10 people this coming week, okay, and share with them, if there was a simple way, so simple, that 99.99% of people on the planet can do, okay? A system that the wealthy people do, if that was available to you, a way to accumulate assets, help you get out of debt, accumulate assets that pay you. Would you be interested to know about it? How many of you think that you'd have some people that would be interested? I know you will. I absolutely know you will. So I am inviting you to go talk to 10, 20 people about this, okay? And get this week, and let's get prepared, because that's part of your preparation for 3 big launches. Remember, at the beginning of this webinar, I shared with you one of the ways, okay, that I was able to qualify for not just 1, not just 2, but 3 Mercedes long-term incentives is because I consciously prepared and had the will to crush every type of product launch that Karatbars brings out, okay? And I want to help you, all of you, no matter whose team, which line, it doesn't matter. We are one big family in Karatbars, and we all need each other to thrive, because we all have a mission that ties us together, and we all have an asset that ties us together. And that's our KBC coin. And all of us working together will grow this coin, okay? So let's talk about the 3 big launches, and then what we can do to really position ourselves to get in, okay? To really get in and make it work. So we're going to see in the next 30 days, the K Academy, which is the Karatbars Training University, the first part of the university, which is the academy. The academy has 4 modules. It's a total of 7 hours worth of video training on every area of life: personal development, professional skills development, how to become better in your Karatbars business, how to master the social media aspect of, in today's world, social media is a great tool. Are you utilizing it? Special training there, financial training about gold, but also financial training about crypto. Specifically, also how to trade crypto. I mean, look, personally, I'm not interested in learning how to trade crypto, and I don't, I value people for learning new skills. But how many of you have maybe yourself? How many of you are yourself are trading? Or how many of you know people that are trading? Okay. Do you have some of these people in your team maybe? Yeah. So now we bring all of this together. So our community doesn't have to be all over the place, because our community right now, and it's because of a need. We had a need. People wanted to learn to trade, so they went and they learned how to trade, and they're out trading, okay? And that's fantastic. They're trading KBC, they're making some money, good for them. But now we can bring it all together within one platform. We can keep our community, the community that wants to trade, they can do it here, okay? But do you think that there might be some people that might want to get some personal, professional, and financial education, yeah? Including cryptocurrencies, yeah? That's coming to us with the K Academy. That's one big launch, okay? All of these launches are going to add increased value to your business proposition, okay? The people that are coming in, they want to know, okay, well, what do I get for all of this? It just adds more value to what we have to offer. But in addition, it's going to put more money in your pocket, especially by getting in front of the market, which we're going to talk about next. Then we've got our big crypto trading platform, okay? And this is going to suffice basically the three types of people. Number one, those who like to trade themselves, okay? We're going to invite them to come and trade on our platform, okay? So if you're out there trading, if you're a Karatbars affiliate and you're trading on other platforms, please come and use this platform, the Karatbars platform. Why? Because it's going to help grow the KBC. That's why, okay? So we want to bring everybody in. Let's do the trading here within, this platform. It's connected to a bunch of different exchanges, so you'll still be able to do, your thing on multiple exchanges. So it has the function for the self-trader, okay? The person who's doing their own trades. Then it has the option for those who want to learn to trade, okay? Now, in conjunction with the K Academy, because the K Academy gives us the education, the theory, the videos about it, okay? But the actual trading platform will give you an account, like a real live person that you're mirroring. So you can learn at the Academy how to do it, and then you come and practice in the actual trading platform. And you can mirror, you can watch the trades, and you can do what they're doing to be able to create the same profits, okay? So there's going to be mirror trades where you just follow a professional, and also signals. When there's a good trade, they'll throw out a signal. They'll say, trade this pair, KBC with Bitcoin, trade this pair, maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is. They're going to give you certain trades that you're going to be able to perform on these different exchanges that are connected to this platform, okay? So that is sufficient for who? The person who wants to learn, okay? Is there anybody here that wants to learn? Anybody here that wants to learn how to trade? It's going to be there for you, okay? And then the third type is the auto trade. Now, this is for people, if you're anything like me, and again, I wish, okay, that I had that level of, ability to be able to sit and do that, but it's not my thing, okay? And that's okay. If you're like me, you want a done-for-you solution, let's please do it for me, because, I just want to be able to go out and do other things, then that is also going to be there with the auto trade bot, okay? So we get to service all three types of people in this platform, okay? More information is going to be brought out on this Wednesday's corporate update call about the crypto trading platform. So tune in, do not miss this Wednesday's call. And then the third launch, right, is what it is, our big gold money system that is coming to the blockchain. It is our Unival, our 1/10 of a gram of gold that is becoming a stable coin. And this, more news on this is also coming up. I hope this Wednesday, definitely by the 1st, okay, of July, but maybe even this Wednesday, more information. What we know is this: in the next 30 days, and it won't be all together as one and then the other and the other, but in the next 30 days, guys, these products roll out, okay? So we want to be ahead of the game. Now, look, I know, I just know it because I speak to people every day. Some of you are maybe feeling a little disgruntled and you want to wait. Well, I'm going to wait and see what Karatbars does, okay? Look, everybody can do what they want to do. I come here with full transparency and authenticity to share with you, okay, that it's not always going to be an up ride. There's going to be ups and there's downs, and it's how we respond to the downs. It's easy when it's going up. It's easy when it's going up. Everybody gets the accolades. It's challenging during the downs, and that's the time to find yourself within, you know, and reinvent. Ask yourself, what do you want? Why are you here? Why did you partner with Karatbars in the first place? All right. If you get in front of product launches, I want you to understand you can set up your life. You need to know this. This is a marketing strategy. It is a skill. Every professional leader knows this. They don't wing. They don't just wing a product launch. Woohoo, here's a new one. Let's go out and have some fun. No, it's very strategic on how to implement product into the field. And Karatbars is doing it the right way now, okay? And this is very, very exciting. So I'm going to share with you what I am doing. And I shared this with my leaders today. We had a call with 130 of us earlier today, directors and above. And I shared this exact strategy with them. And now I'm sharing it with all of you. Here's what I am doing, okay? Now, we don't know exactly what it is. And we don't have a price point, okay? So the best course right now over the next few days until we get that information is just to start putting your quote unquote ducks in a row. Start to prepare, start to mentally prepare, consciously prepare. You don't want to put all your time into that, but you want to definitely take time now and start to do some inventory. And I'm going to show you how. This is called getting in front of the market. So when the lights turn on, poof, you've got the explosion, bang, okay? The best effect for always, look, it's always about the value given to others. It's not about how much money we make. When the value is there for others, the money we will make. Okay, so it's all about the value for them. So here's the thing. Now you say, okay, how do I find people for this? Who's going to be interested in this? I'm going to tell you. Who has KCBs or KBCs? Who has KBCs? I know you're going to say, I do. But here's a question. We've got what, 350 of us on this webinar. Are there more people outside of this webinar that hold KBCs? Right? We got to find them, whether they're affiliates, customers, if they were just people who bought KBCs and that's all they wanted, doesn't matter. We got to get to every single person we possibly can who has KBC, because this is an offer for people who have KBCs. We will be able to trade those KBCs, whether we want to be actively involved or passively involved, okay? Something there for everybody. but we got to let them know what's coming. Okay. So here's how we find the people. You say to yourself, okay, start to make who was in during the KBC ICO, and always start with your personal referrals. Always start with you, and then start to drill down with them. And this is a process. This is the work. This is like getting out in the field. You know, this is like tilling the soil. This is like, you know, in the hot sun for, you know, this is the work. But this work will set you up. Okay. So you want to say, who was part of the KBC ICO in 2018? Remember what we were doing? Buying cash gold, boom, boom, cash gold, cash gold, cash gold, cash gold. And then we exchange that into KBCs. Do you know you can go into your back office? You could go into your back office. You can click on commissions and then units. And you can do a search by date, and you can do a search by product, and you could put in the date of those three, you know, those 3 months that we did the ICO, which was February, March, and April of 2020. And you could say cash gold, and you will see all of the cash gold, and you'll see, you know, the usernames of the people. So you can start getting it there. And then you want to say, who purchased those multi-pack combos? Remember them? This was the fall, September, October, all the way through the fall of 2018. We had a pack. That's after we introduced the KCB. So we had a pack that gave you KBC and KCB together. Again, do the same thing. Go into your back office, click on commissions, click on units, and then do a search by date. Start with maybe October of 2018 until the beginning of 2019, or leave it open until today. And then choose the actual product that you want to search, which is the multi-pack combo. Okay. And up will come a list of everybody in your team that bought one of those combos. And then we want to say, who purchased a profit pack in 2019? Same idea. Does anybody have anybody who's purchased a product? Did you purchase one? Did you have anybody in your team? I promise you, especially some of you that have been with Karatbars for a while, you do this search and you're going to have a lot of people to talk to. And this is the first kind of group that we want to get to, is those who hold the coin, because they want to do what? They want to grow this coin. They want to earn from this coin. They probably would love the idea to have this coin start to pay them every single month without hurting the capital. Yeah, that's what the trader will do. So we got to get to these people. Who is a node holder, right? Node holders. Talk about a fantastic situation. Do we have any node holders in this room? Guys, this is like a double dip, okay? This is like you're getting, you know, free coins every month from your nodes that you could go put over there into the trader. Bam! Now you're earning on the nodes, then you transfer it over to the trader. That is pretty sharp, guys. So really good positioning. Everybody who has a node, my goodness, even if you're getting 30,000 coins, 10,000 coins, it doesn't matter, okay? What's better, money sitting there doing nothing or money working for you? What do wealthy people do? Do they just keep their money sitting there? Do they hodl, just sit there? No, they put it to work. They make that money grow. They make that money start to pay them. And that's what we have. And we have it with both programs, the auto trader and the stable coin with our gold, okay? But right now I'm focused mostly on the auto trader, okay? So then you say, okay, I got some people. I know who I'm going to go to. Thank you, Nitsa. You gave me the tips, how I can go and start this process. You might want to have team calls, roll up your sleeves. Let's get in the market. It's going to be a lot of phone calls, guys, and that's what we do, okay? This is the time to do it. But then we have a lot of people that we haven't even spoken to yet. So who are we looking for? Everybody. We're looking for everybody. Do you know people who want security right now? Do you know people who want stability right now? And do you know people who might be looking for an increase in the money they own? Security, stability, and increase. That is what we bring to the market. Gold and crypto, guys, it is a perfect combination. This is what we offer, and I know we offer so much. Okay, so I'm going to just very quickly explain one thing to you. And I really, I mean, I'm telling you, how many of you dial in? This is one reason why you want to be on the open mic call this Wednesday, because the best of the best, Mr. Best, Ty Best, is going to be interviewed. And Ty Best, let me tell you, he's a master. He is a master in his profession. No one knows it like he does. Let me tell you. And you know why? Because he keeps it so simple every time. We've got phones, we've got computers, we've got CEMs, we've got gold. Yeah, we got all of this stuff. But do you ever hear Mr. Ty Best go on about the whole thing? No. Okay. That may sound good and it might make a sale, but making sales is not our, well, it can be if that's what you want to do. If you want to chase sales, go for it all day long. You'll probably make more money here than you will working for somebody else chasing sales. We get paid 10%. Okay. So great income for people who want to chase sales, but that's a linear income. We want to duplicate. We got to keep things so simple, everybody. So simple. And even though we have all those things, of course we have all those things, but there's a time and a place to bring all those things up. And right now is not the time and place to bring everything up. Right now, the time and place is to go find those people who want security. They want stability in this uncertain time, and they're looking for some increase. What can I do to make some money? What can I do to put my money to work? What can I do to start earning an income every single month? Okay? And we have it. We have it. Now, I'm going to show you this because this is really powerful. This is based on potential. It's all potential, guys. It's just numbers, So understand it's only an example, but this is based on a 5% a month return. Okay. A 5% a month return on our KBCs. When we're trading KBCs, whether you're doing it yourself, whether you're learning and mirroring trades, or whether you're having the bot do it automatically for you, okay, wherever you fall. This is an example of having 1 million KBCs put to work. Now I'm not suggesting that you need to have 1 million. No, you could have as many as you want in there. You don't have to have any, okay? It's up to you. But I show 1 million because 1 million, how much is 1 million KBCs today? Just average. Can somebody shoot me a number? 1 million KBCs, just an average, okay, of 1 million KBCs. I believe it's around $5,000. Thank you, guys. Yes, it's about $5,000, okay? So some people may have that $5,000 aside, okay? Or they might have 1 million KBCs aside, okay? Or, they're building up towards having 1 million KBCs aside, okay? If they put that 1 million KBCs to work for them, based on an average now of 5% a month, look at what happens. In 15 months, they have pretty much doubled their coins. Doubled their coins. And what have they done? Nothing. Okay, this is based on 5% a month. Well, when I say nothing, okay, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it's all a get rich quick. Of course, we got to get positioned for it. We need to have KBCs for it. We need to get positioned with a trader. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of technical stuff that's coming as well. And there will be training, guys. I assure you, I can't wait to just sink my teeth into this, okay, and help lead this, help all the leaders. We all lead out with these products, okay? But 15 months to double the coins, if the coins were just left in there to compound. If they wanted to take profits out every month, well, 1 million at 5% is what? That's 50,000 coins. Now, I don't suggest people start to take profits at this low, but we can't tell people what to do. It's their money. Guys, obviously, hodling KBC, keeping that KBC, because we're starting the ride, okay? And the crypto trader is the first product the first product that will provide a use case for KBC. Every time you trade KBCs, whether they're being traded automatically for you, or whether you are doing it yourself, or whether you're learning and mirroring others, every time KBCs are traded, guess what? It creates volume in that trade for KBC, which creates a demand, okay? That 24-hour volume will go up, 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 up. And as experts in the community start to see, they've got their specialized flags and, systems and signals. Ooh, what's going on? Whoa, look at this one. Did you see how this one jumped up today? Wow, look at that. So they start to recognize, oh, this looks like a pretty good project. We can get this coin for super cheap. And now they start to come, okay? So 15 months to double, but look at here, 2 years to do what? 2 years to triple the amount of coins. Guys, we're gonna sneeze and 2 years are gonna go by. You know it. Look, we barely blinked and we've been locked down at home for 4 months. Well, some of us have, okay? In Canada, it's pretty bad. But anyway, 2 years. What's 2 years? Now, over here to this side, I've shown just an example. What happens, okay, as we start to grow this coin, and let's say in 2 years, this coin is worth 12 cents. Again, I'm not suggesting it is, guys. It could be a lot more than this, or it could be less than this, okay? I think it's a conservative number because we've hit 12 cents before. So on our way up, that's gonna be one of our targets, is the 12-cent mark. Our highest point. At 12 cents, look at what that $5,000 in 2 years, $386,000. And we started off with what? 1 million KBCs, worth about 5 grand today. Pretty powerful, everybody. Do you see it? 15 months to double, 2 years to triple, and then let's ride this thing all the way through. Now, there's gonna be, again, people who have KBCs, they're gonna put in their KBCs, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, whatever they got, okay? And then there's gonna be people who don't have that extra money. Can we help them? Of course we can. This isn't just for people that have the nest eggs put aside. Of course we can. We have the best business model on this planet. Because while they're building up an income, they're also earning gold. And remember, gold is going up as well. And in our system, if they need to, they could turn their gold into KBCs. Yeah? Okay? So we have something for everything. I'm going to lead with this because I'm going to find everybody with it. I'm going to find the people who have a little bit extra that they want to start putting to work. I'm going to find all those people who have KBCs. I'm going to find the people who want to put some money to work for them, who like the idea of what we have. And I'm going to find those people who love it but don't have the money. And I'm going to go to work with them so that they can start earning a paycheck every single week and they could get into this. You see, we have something for everybody, for everyone. So I'm super excited about that and super excited about, now this is my own slide. This is not the company's material, so please don't get over excited, but this is concept of what we're bringing. And the white paper will be released soon. Digital gold, guys, digital gold. Where will that gold be? Can you see my phone? Woohoo. Digital gold right here on your phone. Yes, on your K1 phone. Does it work on Wi-Fi? Great. Now it has wallets on there. You'll be able probably to also download the app from there, okay? So digital gold ownership is the new sexy. It's the new thing. You hear about stable coins. We hear so much about, the decentralized finance, systems now and the market around that. It's the hot topic. the hot, hot topic. And we're coming in right at that time. So imagine our money in gold, right? Which we already know that, but imagine where now we have our money, okay, always maintaining its value. So we're switching a little bit the mindset that says buy and hoard gold. You know, buy it one time or every week, every month, and just put it aside. Now we're taking it a step further. Yes, you do that, but also buy it and use it. Use it. Keep your purchasing power. Look, I have a question for you. How many of you have a debit card that you buy things with, you go shopping with? How many of you spend money on through your checking account or your savings account every month? How many of you do that with your debit card? So here's a way to retrain your mind. Instead of using your debit card to withdraw that money little by little every month and go spend it on your expenses, why not at the beginning of the month exchange that money into gold and do the same thing, but don't lose any value? Because we know every single day, do you know, I heard this fact, $125 billion a day are getting printed right now. Every single note that gets printed, the value of your money is decreasing. Do you know World War II, it cost $125 billion to fund World War II, and they're printing $125 billion a day? It's like 30 world wars in a month. My goodness. This is the truth. Search it up yourself. Always maintaining, store that gold in the safe wallet and exchange it to crypto or fiat. How nice is that? Can you see yourself doing that? How about universally accepted and instantly accessible on your what? On your phone, on that wallet, or the debit card? How about that? Wouldn't that be amazing to be able to use that card and spend your gold, spend your gold? How many of you would do that? Just by just asking, okay? Let's say your expenses are $1,000 a month. Instead of drawing on your checking account, how many of you would load up, buy gold with that 1,000 and then use that debit card to go do your thing? Would you do that? Absolutely. And I'll tell you something, when you do that, you are increasing the value of KBC. So can you teach other people to do this? Can you teach your team to do this? Of course, of course. This is what we have coming, everybody. But this is what really brings the joy to my heart, is this right here. Imagine a world where everyone, we bank the unbanked. We help the world. We bring the system of the 1% to the 99%. Imagine a world where everyone has access. Everyone has access to stable money. Therefore, creating trust. Here's the word: cooperation across societies. Oh, can you get behind that, my friends? Exciting times. This is a new world that we get to build. A new world. As the old systems come crumbling down, guess what? We got to create a new one. And we are. And the foundation of that new is about unity. And it's about cooperation. And it's about collaboration. The time of war and competition and greed and power and anything that brings discord to this planet and to people on this planet, your days are done. This is part of the future, and we get to be a part of it. So my question to you, my friends, is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Maybe some of you might be saying, oh, I've heard this a time or two, I know, and that's okay. I don't get attached to what you think, whether it's great feelings, thoughts and feelings right now, or whether it's not so great thoughts or feelings right now. My goal was to bring value to you and share with you how I have become successful in this company. One key reason, getting behind a big, not just one, not just two, but 3 big product launches. Are you ready? Guys, your call to action, super simple, okay? We've probably got about 1 to 2 weeks before stuff starts to go crazy, okay? So take the time now and get ready. Get in front of the market, get prepared, start to take inventory now. Start to have those conversations, start to get into your teams, start to, feel it out. Just even in your own awareness, you're already going to start attracting people. Start to attach the feeling behind. What's your feeling behind? Are you thinking, oh, it's not going to be good enough. It's going to be, the K Academy is going to be like this, and the trader. Or are you thinking, you know what? This is fantastic. We're going to empower our team. We're going to have great information there. We're going to help people increase their assets. We're going to give people a passive income. We're teaching people what the wealthy people do. We're bringing it to the people all over the world, something that they do not have access to and they don't know about it. Attach those good vibrations, guys. This is our time to shine. This is not lip service. This is heart service. Do you follow me? This is heart service. Get in front of that market. Have those conversations now, because, okay, after we get everybody on board, then there's going to be some technical stuff we have to do. So that technical stuff is also going to take some time. And you want to be ready to get that out of the way and then get into the technical stuff. If you get all bogged down with technical stuff, you're going to lose the whole momentum behind it. But if you prepare now, you'll have a great launch, and then you can leverage that launch into then more support. And trust me, all the leaders are ready. We're ready to get out there and learn it ourselves and then teach everybody the same. So let's get prepared, start taking inventory, each one reach one. Don't come alone. Let's go into the group, activate a blue dot. We all have some personally sponsored blue dots. We all have some, second or third, fourth level, whatever it is, blue dots. Can everybody go find one? Activate them. This is an exciting time. Anytime there is a product launch, that's the time to go dripping. Go find those people that maybe had said no before. Go find those people that are inactive right now. Go find some of those people in your pipeline that said, I'm not interested in Karatbars right now. And let's reactivate them, okay? We've got a sexy proposition, guys. We have a system to give us passive income to grow and accumulate assets that pay us every single month. Security, stability, and increase all wrapped up in one. So each one reach one. Go out and sponsor a new person. Go out and activate one. If we all did that, just us in this room right here, we'd have 700 new people. Guys, what's our mission? What is our mission as a community? What is our mission as a community? What is our mission as a community? To provide value. Yes. To gold for the world. Yes. Yes. And there's many. I'm looking for one more. One more. Value, gold, and yes, enlighten others. Everything is right, but I'm looking for one more. And it starts with a K. And it starts with a K. What are we doing together as a community? We are growing our assets, our K KBC. Guys and girls and friends and family, 2021 is the year that millionaires will be created because of KBC. Millionaires will be created because of KBC. And this is the start right here. The more people that we bring in to this system, the more leverage, the more power, the more fuel, and the more demand that we will have going into our beautiful, beloved KBC. So each one reach one. And number 3, get ready for the stable coin. Stack them up like crazy, guys. Cash gold, daily, weekly, monthly, daily, weekly, monthly, daily, weekly, monthly. We know the drill. Keep going and do not stop, because that is a whole other amazing one that we're going to learn all about. I don't know. I personally don't know. Actually, I'm under an NDA and I cannot say, but what I will tell you is this. I don't even want to say it, okay? I don't even want to say it because you won't believe me. You won't believe me if I say it. So I won't say it. I'm not even going to say it. But can you sense? Can you sense? Can you sense? Can you sense? Okay? Guys, we are on the verge of a big wave in Karatbars. Don't miss it. Let's do this together. Together, we all rise. Thank you so very much for tuning in, everybody. It has been an amazing huddle call, and I hope you all feel the same. I'm going to go walking and take, this adrenaline, because I've got so much of it. So I'm going for a walk. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. We'll see you guys out there in the field. It's a big week, everybody. You know what to do. Let's do it together. Together we rise. That's it for now. Bye-bye, and best of success this week. Bye-bye, everyone.